All right, guys. Just proud of our guys. They did a great job. It's came out and played well. And the first quarter was kind of nip and tuck there. I thought we come out and took the ball down the field, and then we missed the field goal. Should have got a touchdown out of that one. And they come back. I take my hat off to SEMO. They do a good job. Coaches got that program going in the right direction. They're getting better and better players recruiting wise. And I've said all week I like the way they play the game. They play the game hard. And they play steady. You see, even when we got up on them big in the third quarter, they didn't quit. They come back in fourth quarter. You can tell they're still playing. They're playing the same way they were in the first quarter. So our guys, just got it done. The maturity of this team just continues to show through, and I think it goes back to preparation. I said all week, we prepared well. We've had one of our better weeks of practice, maybe our best week of practice. And we just got to continue to do that and hopefully get some folks back well, next week. We played without a few guys today. Hope we can get back in the next, couple of weeks, get them back for playoffs. But we got a dangerous team coming in. We need to enjoy this in about 24 hours. Got a dangerous team coming in next week. And even though you clinched, you still want to win it outright, and a lot to play for because you can't lose your number one seed. I mean, you sitting there number one seed, but to play at home during the playoffs would be a huge advantage for us. So next week's game's got a lot of implications, on playoffs and winning it outright. But proud of our guys to get the trophy today and clinch the OVC. Like I said, a lot of hard work's went into that, and proud of what they're doing. But I by no means think that they're satisfied with that. So they're excited after the game, but I think they'll be ready to go back to work on Monday.
Is there maybe a sense of relief, that you guys have gone ahead and clinched the conference, just to go ahead and get that out of the way?
I think our guys they got some, lofty goals and, kind of where they want to be. A lot of times when like last year, I felt like when we clinched, against EIU, our guys, it was not like we won the Super Bowl, but it was, really that sense, just what you just said. It was like, whew, yeah. And then that bit us a couple weeks later, So our guys are not nowhere near there. They're going to be steady with the way they prepare. I think they're excited about clinching, but I don't think it, they don't feel a sense of relief because there's bigger places we want to go. We expected to do what we did today, and we just got to continue doing that and be ready to, be firing on all cylinders, come playoff time. Feels good. It feels good. Let's just got a lot of good folks around us. So I'm blessed to go to work every day. I say it all the time with just the people that we've got around our program and in our program. And we got great men, coaching our guys. Our staff does an excellent job. I don't think our staff out there works any harder than what our guys do, and it does as good a job. And then our players. I said on radio a while ago, we got the best semester as of yet, as long as we don't blow it during finals, academically going. Probably less, on the grade report that we've had, in any of the semesters we've had. So we got a chance to be over 3-1. That's where we want to be. So they're handling the job in the classroom as well. Just outstanding bunch. And you see the offensive line, y'all may not have seen it here, there, over there, dancing around with the Talladega band as we speak, So they do a lot of stuff. Camaraderie-wise, they love one another. They do a lot of stuff off the field, hang out together. It's a tight-knit bunch, so we're blessed with that. So pretty good feeling.
Coach, one of the obvious ones is Barge and his record-setting day. Just kind of thoughts on that?
I'll tell you about Barge. I think he's excited about breaking the record, but he got up at halftime. He broke it, right there at the end of the half. Got to halftime, just think everybody in the room. Offensive line, skill guys on offense, the defense, and everything. But that's kind of what guy is, humble guy, and gives credit to everybody else, and just proud to see him do that. That's a pretty good thing for a junior. He's still got another year left to play, and I think he's two touchdowns, if I'm correct, away from breaking or tying the touchdown record as well. So I think he'll be able to get that done before the end of the year, hopefully. And but a guy played with a broke hand through a game 2 weeks ago and has played with it. And that slowed him down any. So he's just doing a good job. And like I said, had some good punt returns today too.
The players said they were surprised with the uniforms. Just talk about the uniforms.
Well, and it's something we thought about a year ago, about doing. We can't show enough, patriotism for our servicemen and women and the people that have gone before us and served this country to give us the right to do what we did today. We've got a lot of freedoms in this country that, it's kind of a dying art, not our appreciation for, the people that's made these rights possible. So it's one of the things we wanted to do, just to honor them and be something a little different for our guys and a way for us to show that. And they were excited about it. We kind of kept it hush-hush, and they had no idea about it, but ordered them last year about this time and, got them in, so nobody knew. Besides equipment guys, that's all had seen it. So we went back in, we had to change, and they were excited now. So it's the first time they wore an alternative uniform. But what a great cause, to wear it for. So we had a lot of military folks here. We honored them today. Had a good turnout there. I think we had our local National Guard group in. They brought about 70. And we had a bunch of people that have served before that were here too. But a great day all the way around with that.
Christian had a great game running the ball and running the team. I think he scored 3 out of 5 possessions or 4 out of something. We'll have to look it up. But he scored 2 out of the first 3 that he had the ball. Just a little bit about him.
Kind of forget how good that guy is. Been a while, so he just plays behind a really good guy. And but we have a lot of confidence in Christian. And year hadn't win is where, especially the last few weeks, where he's played as much as that we would like for him to play. And he is. He can make plays though. I mean, debate's going on sideline. He may be a little faster than Eli. I don't know. Yeah, Eli's got a little pull right now, so maybe so. But he is. He had a good day. I mean, and Christian's. Golly, you go down the list and talk about our guys. He's one of those guys you get to and you go, what a great person he is. I mean, just anybody that's ever been around and spent any time with him, just a quality individual, a lot of character, and has handled his role, the right way. He's comes from a great family. Both his parents are ministers. They got a big church in Charlotte. He was #1 pro-style quarterback in the country coming out, Elite 11 quarterback, goes to Georgia, plays behind probably 2 really All-American quarterbacks there, and transfers here. And he's sitting in the same situation, but boy, his attitude every day is the same. I mean, he just works his butt off and is prepared. He's ready to play. Does he want to play more than what he's playing? He does want to play more, but he just handles it with the right attitude. So can't brag on him enough. And you talk about one that represents our program the right way. I mean, he's just involved in everything off the field. Does a good job in the classroom. Kids love him. I mean, my kids love him to death. So just a quality individual.
Whose idea were the cigars?
Not mine. I don't like smoke. So it wasn't mine, but I don't know where they come from. Maybe Coach Rutledge. I don't know. He's the first one I seen smoking when I got in the dressing room. So he's, but I don't know. They got him from somewhere, and they were having fun. It's good to see them. It's good to see them celebrate a little bit and get to do something like that. That's kind of out of the norm. So we're so just. Walk the line so much. It's good to see them get in there and loosen up and have some fun. And good to see our guys intermingle with the Southerners, at the end, going up and, singing with them and doing the fight song and everything. So that's a pretty special deal. I don't know where that come from. So everybody, I was already wet, so it didn't bother me. It wasn't as much as I guess everybody watches, Major League Baseball thing. They got on goggles and all that stuff. So I just start, checking on that stuff.
When you walked in the dressing room, there's no stopping the cigars either.
No, there was no stopping that.
They'd already lit them before we.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't. It was out.
There wasn't. Okay, let's light a cigar.
I'm just looking around. Who turned the smoke detectors off? I'm just waiting for them to go off at any time. I mean, it's just thick. I mean, you can't hardly.
Whenever
Something
I came
else.
in here,
Oh yeah, I mean it's all over. It's all over my clothes now. It's tough now.
Coach Rutledge has a tradition of any of our championships that we ever win. He's regardless if it's rifle, volleyball, whatever.
Yeah.
He lights a cigar up. So I think all the guys do it. So obviously somebody else.
Hey, no
has-
doubt. Got on the
it's rubbed
cigars.
off on the team.
That's okay. Hey, we're not doing that again until we win in Frisco City. We do it in Frisco City when somebody needs to bring cigars. That'd be nice.
take it.
We'd take it. We'd take it then.
There's somebody- Anything else, guys?
So is your wife gonna let you in the house when you go home?
I don't know. She may maybe take a shower here. I guess I don't know.
OVC champs back to back. Talk a little bit about that.
It's awesome. Go back to back. You know, that's part of one of our goals for this year is to clinch the OVC, go undefeated. And we did it one game at a time, and we got a W. So back to back champs.
Talk a little bit about the defense. Saw, you were in the backfield a good bit today too, and played phenomenally. Just talk a little bit about it.
Well, defensively, we just try to do the same thing we do every week. Be relentless. Hit hard, run to the ball, and try not to let our opponent score. Now, we gave up, I think, 3 scores. So, but our goal is just to play hard and eventually have more points on our side of the ball than they do on their side of the ball.
Talk about your performance today. You had 9 tackles overall. Really good day, especially not only for yourself but also the defense.
Well, on 9 tackles, I'm happy with the W, but I think I missed a few, so I left a few tackles on the field. But it starts off with the coaching. The coaches get us in position to make those plays, and then I got 10 guys around me doing their job, running hard, playing hard, doing their assignment, and then it just makes it easy for the guys in the backfield.
Another 100-yard game, your 9th career. Talk a little bit about your performance today.
I feel like I did okay. My offensive line did a really great job for me, and nothing would be possible without them. So I just thank them for having a really great game. When they had great games, I had great games. I thank them for it.
Talk a little bit about how the offense kind of got rolling and versus.
They was a really good team, and it just took us a while to figure out what they were doing, like in the first quarter, second quarter. But after we got a hold to what they were doing, we started to move the ball and execute our offense and run our plays and play like we play.
Talk a little bit about being the back-to-back OVC champions once again.
It feels good to be back-to-back OVC championships. I ain't never won them, but that was my first one. Then to come back and win 2, like, I'm blessed to say I won 2, so I'm just thankful. And I know my whole team thankful, and we worked so hard to get here to win back-to-back championships. So it's a great accomplishment.
Big day for you, Josh. Broke several records. Just talk a little bit about your performance today.
Man, it's a great feeling knowing to break records, but at the same time, without my teammates, none of it would be possible. And I thank them at halftime for that. I thank the coaches, the Gamecock Nation. I'm proud to be a Gamecock, and just breaking the record, that's a blessing. I love it, but at the same time, like I said, without my teammates, none of it would be possible.
Noticed you had some family here for your big day. Talk a little bit about to be able to have your family on such a great day like that.
It's a great feeling. And this is not the only game they come. They come to every single game, but to make posters, to be able to look up there and know that I did it for them and did it for my father. It's a great feeling. It's a relief, to finally get everything out the way. Now I can just play a ball.
Talk a little about you had a phenomenal day, not only just breaking records, but 2 touchdowns. Just talk a little bit about how you were able to get open and find them.
Just hard week at practice. My coach pushed me. He told me I need do this and that, and thankfully I got it done. There was one ball that I dropped, which everybody says it hit off my fingertips, but me, I hold myself to a high standard, so I count that as a drop. And I was beating myself up a little bit on the sideline, but my coach came up to me and the players came up to me and they told me to shake it off, don't worry about it. And then after that, I ended up breaking the record. So like I said, without them, none of this would be possible.
What does it mean to you to be able to be back-to-back OVC champions?
It's a great feeling. This is what we worked for all summer. But then at the same time, we won the conference championship. We celebrate that today and tonight. But then tomorrow, we're back in the film room getting ready for Murray and then getting ready for the playoff, because our main goal is winning the national championship. But one of the goals that we have in between that is winning the conference championship. And we got that done, so we marked that off the list. Now we're headed for the national championship.
Phenomenal day for you, especially for the offense. Just talk a little about how you felt like you played and also the offense.
Yeah, I feel like I played decent. A couple misreads here, a couple bad throws here, but we played okay. Offense overall, they played great. Offensive line, they played great. Running backs Tremaine and Miles, they ran hard for the first time But yeah, they ran hard. They played really well, and we just did an overall good job on offense.
Got to ask about the new uniforms. How do you kind of feel about being able to wear something different for once?
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I like the uniforms a lot. It was crazy getting coming out in the red, then going back in the locker room and seeing the new uniforms. It was great. Coach Gross, he really did some of these.
Let's talk a little bit about Josh. You and him seem to connect really well, especially on and off the field. He was able to break several records today, career records. Just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm glad he get to accomplish that. He's a great player. He's a humble guy. He works hard every day. He's tough. So he's a tough guy. I'm glad to be a part of his record breaking. Just to say I threw him some of those passes. He's a great athlete. Period.
Talk a little about what it means to you to be the 3-year starting quarterback here at JSU and to win 2-back OVC championships. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. You don't get to do that a lot. You don't get to be champions a lot, especially stop, bro. Especially going back to back. That's crazy. Last time we did it was like 2003, 2004. Just to be here when it happened, that's a great accomplishment.
And I got to ask you about Christian running 2 touchdowns, really long touchdowns. Actually had more rushing yards than you did for once. Talk a little bit about him and how he played today.
Yeah, he played great. Yeah, it's crazy just to see him, get out there and do what he do. He can run. He's not just a running quarterback, but he can run, as you can see. And a lot of talk was like, is Christian faster than me? No, Christian is not faster than me. But yeah, he's definitely running though. Yeah, I'm proud of him. He stuck his nose in there and got loose. Those guys were not catching him. He played a great game.
Just spoke with Eli. He says you're not a faster runner than him. What do you feel like?
I'll let him have that. I don't, necessarily focus on myself being a fast guy, but more so if I got the hole, I'm straight line. I got no shake moves, so I'll admit that openly. But I got in it today. That's all that counts.
Yeah, you had 2 really big runs. Talk a little bit about that. Was it just I saw it, I'm going to take for it, or what?
Right. It was just the offensive line doing a great job, giving me a chance to get there really untouched. On both of those, I really didn't even get touched, and just was able to hit the hole and just found an angle to run away from that one guy that was from the backside that wasn't touched. And it was a great job of offensive line. I just did my job, which was run as fast as I can to the pylon and to the back of the end zone. So shout out to offensive line for doing a great job as always.
And I asked Eli this as well. What do you think about the jerseys being able to kind of be surprised today?
Yeah, I like them. Of course, there were rumors. Of course, there's always, they showed us the decals, and I was like, oh, that's pretty nice. But, the jerseys, I actually like them. Nice and stretchy, elastic. They're not, taking the air away from you. But I like it. Just showing respect and honor to the ones that give us the ability to go out there and do what we do. The troops, and all the armed forces, men and women. We appreciate them and just continually always want to show them gratitude for what they do, because without them we wouldn't be able to do what they're doing. And we're just thankful for them.
And talk a little bit about being able to be back-to-back OVC champs. What does it mean to you, and how does it feel as a program to be able to do that?
It's so much that goes into it. It's a great feeling, just to know that. The guys that, I came in with and the guys that were here before me, the guys that have been here for 4 to 5 years, that have worked so hard to get to this point. It's so great for them, especially the guys that have waited their turn. Dawson waited his turn. All of the offensive linemen, they always have their stories about how they waited their turn. D linemen, just guys that have been through a lot of things to get to this point. And it just means a lot to those guys to get this. And put the school on the map, not just as a team that plays well and getting all this hype, but just to show that it's not all hype, that we can actually put it together on the field. It just means a lot to put a title with all the hype, because we had a lot of hype coming into the season, this, that, and the other from last year, and every year is a different team. So this year, this team coming together, doing what they did, and it's just been a blessing to see and been a blessing to be a part of.